Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a video not on death metal or black metal vinyl but on some of my Iron Maiden collection. Now Maiden are one of my favourite bands along with Slayer, and I've been collecting records from them for a little while, but over the last few weeks have got, after seeing them live in Birmingham on one of the last dates of the Final Frontier tour, it's really got the old bug again for collecting Maiden records. So I just wanted to show you some of my collection and see what you think. Any Maiden fans out there, please get in touch, and maybe you can do some videos too of your Maiden collection, because on YouTube there doesn't seem to be very many of them at all. So if you've got a Maiden collection, why not post it up? So the first one we're going to show you today is a bootleg live album from the Killers tour. This one's called A Quiet Night in Holland, recorded on the 28th of April 1981. And this is a limited edition 500 copy bootleg on blue vinyl. This is number 308. That's the rear of the cover. Featuring Paul Di'Anno on vocals. Gatefold. You see that's some really nice pictures of the band. And then of course, as I said, some nice pictures on the labels, like the cover, and nice blue vinyl as well. So it's a limited edition of only 500 records. It's quite good sound quality, this one. I believe it's a soundboard recording this one. But it's a relatively recent bootleg with I don't think that it's a complete show, but it's got the vast majority of tracks from one of the gigs. And this one was obviously 28th of April 81 in Nijmegen, Holland on the Killers tour, so pick up that one if you can. Moving on from that, this one, even though this is the studio album Dance to Death from 2003, even though it's relatively a newish release, this one's fairly expensive. It's quite hard to come by nowadays. This will set you back about £40 to £50. It's a gatefold record, an excellent album, this one. That's the gatefold, so it's got the lyrics and the band pictures. And like all Iron Maiden releases nowadays on vinyl, for all the new studio albums, they're always on picture disc. That's record 1, as you can see there. Fantastic album, this one, as I say. It's got a great song on here. I don't know whether if you've never heard a lot of Maiden, but try and listen to Passchendaele. It's one of my favourite tracks of all time. And this is record 2, picture of the band, and on the other side, picture of the woman in the Venetian mask. But it's a really great album, this one. Sometimes picture disc pressings aren't quite as clear as standard heavyweight black vinyl, but this one's quite quiet, it's quite good. And well worth picking up for your Maiden collection. As I say, it can get quite expensive, this one now. Obviously you can pick it up on CD, but for real metal collectors like myself, vinyl is the one to go for. So that's that one. Now I received this one fairly recently. This is Japan, from Japan. This is the Live Plus One EP, recorded live in 1980 at the Marquee Club in England. Now this one, if you look carefully, on the obi there, it has a promo sticker. Now when I got this I didn't realise that it was a promo, and on the back it's got the same thing, a promo sticker. Now this is basically a pre-release album which would have been sent out to DJs, local radio station, TV stations, record labels, stuff like that, to promote the forthcoming release of this album. So it's not a release record, this one. It's got a white label, once again with the promo stamp, and it's also got 12/25, which means that it was going to be brought out on that date. Inside, like all Jap pressings, they usually have lyrics and some information sheet, and that's just, this one plays brilliantly. Now I think, as far as I can recall, I only spent about £18 on this record. But being a promo, if you go onto popsike.com, popsike.com, you can look at old auctions and see how much these records have gone for, and one of these went for about 176 American dollars. So I think I got a bit of a bargain with that one. Moving on from that one, we've got another bootleg. This is definitely a soundboard from an Iron Maiden show in Germany, in Stuttgart, on the 29th of April 82, featuring of course Bruce Dickinson. This is sourced from a cassette, this one. Sometimes when you source bootlegs from a tape, you can sometimes have a little bit of problems with playback speed, and the band can sometimes sound a bit like chipmunks on speed. So the recording quality on this one isn't so good, but it's only a 5-track bootleg: Run to the Hills, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Phantom of the Opera, Sanctuary and Drifter. You can get it on purple vinyl, but this one is a standard black vinyl pressing. But professional looking, but probably not very professional sounding bootleggers. You've always got to beware when you buy bootlegs, the sound quality can be a bit iffy because they're obviously sourced from either tapes or stuff like that. Check this out. This is a Jap pressing of Number of the Beast, original. Toshiba EMI records with the original Obi. Unfortunately this one doesn't come with the poster, but it does come with the Japanese booklet. Japanese text, a little bit like the inner sleeve on the UK pressing. It's got the pictures of the band and also the lyrics there. And all Japanese albums come in these amazing non-static poly sleeves, which are really, really good. So that's a really nice album to get in your collection. You'll normally find that Japanese pressings, they tend to be of a higher quality, and also you do tend to get inserts more with the Jap ones, like booklets and things like that. The reason being was because for Japanese people, buying these Japan-made LPs was a lot more expensive, believe it or not, than buying the imports from America and the UK and Germany. So to incentivise them by buying Japanese LPs, they used to give them a little bit more bang for the buck. So that's why they're much more collectible to us guys, because, you know, you get more in it. This is the Japanese version on Toshiba EMI once again of Killers, Iron Maiden's second album. And this one features Twilight Zone, which you won't get on a UK pressing of Killers because that was only for overseas. Twilight Zone was released as a single only in the UK. If you look at any pressing of UK Killers, you won't find it on there. So as you can see, Twilight Zone with a little asterisk by it. Now, the original pressings came with the poster, which I'm pleased to say I have here. I'll try and open it up for you. It's very, very large. But that's the poster. Very hard to come by with the poster. This album did cost me a fair bit of money. I spent about £45 on this one. It's got a Japanese lyric booklet. Nice picture of Adrian and Dave Murray on the back. And of course we have the vinyl in here as well. And that one is pretty much mint condition. The vinyl looks brand new, and that's 30 years old now, this particular album. So a lot of people say, oh, it's not quite as good as the first album. In my opinion, I was never a huge fan of Killers, but in recent weeks I've been getting more and more into this album. There's some great stuff on here: Murders in the Rue Morgue, of course, Wrathchild, Innocent Exile, Killers, Purgatory. It's all good stuff. So there you go, Killers, original 30-year-old Japanese copy. Immaculate, I would say, this one. Peace of Mind, Japanese pressing. That's the rear. Does this one have the poster, I hear you cry? Oh yes, it does. It does have the poster. And I will show you the poster for this one. There's a few of these on eBay at the moment if you're interested in buying them. There you go, poster of the band, which is the same shot as was on the back of the Flight of Icarus single, I do believe. Also it comes with a lyric booklet, which that essentially, if I remember rightly, is the inner gatefold of the UK American pressing. And then you've got the Japanese translation lyrics there. So that's a fantastic record piece of mine. Probably one of their best. It's probably got one of the best songs ever to open an album in, Where Eagles Dare. But it's got classics, The Trooper, Flight of Icarus, Die With Your Boots On, and Still Life is a really good song on that one as well. So there be that one. This one, coming up next, is actually my pride and joy of my Maiden collection so far. This is Somewhere in Time, absolutely mint condition, complete, from Japan. Now this one comes with a lot of extras. This is the vinyl. This vinyl has been unplayed. It is absolutely immaculate. This one came with Japan translation inner sleeves, lyrics in English as well. It came with a poster, which I'll show you, because I know people looking at these vinyl records videos like to see the inserts and what they should expect to find in a complete copy, because if you're spending a lot of money you don't want to not get one with the poster. One thing I forgot to mention as well, on the number of the Beast, my one doesn't include the poster, so if anyone's got a spare one, send it down to us, that would be lovely. Also what you've got with this is you've got a booklet, and it had a lot of fantastic live shots of the band and so on and so forth. It's just an amazing, amazing package, this one. Mine does include the sticker, and you get a 7-inch as well, Iron Maiden in their own words, where each band guy basically tells you a little bit about themselves and a funny story. So this one's another great album. I've been so lucky. I got these albums a long time ago, some of them not so long ago, from a guy who's got a record shop in the southwest, and a guy walked in with his collection, and some of it was amazing, so I had to get hold of some of the pieces. So great record. And finally for today, there's more Maiden collection coming up soon. I recently found in my mum's spare room, actually no, in my brother's room, a whole box of Iron Maiden stuff, which I'll show you as well, books and all sorts, tour programmes. But this is a French copy of Maiden Japan. Alright, 45 tours, 4 titres. So this is a French copy with a special French sleeve on EMI Records. I'll show you that. French in a bag as well, that's definitely the original. And there you go, the French EMI picture label. So that's what I've got to show you so far. Obviously collecting Iron Maiden's an incredibly expensive hobby, being such a popular band. Any of their old original vinyl or even CDs, they go for quite a lot of money now. So it is an expensive hobby, but it's very, very worthwhile. If you do buy some of this stuff, it's going to hold its value, if not increase, over time. They're one of those rock bands still where they're still relevant, unlike a lot of bands which just do farewell tours and rehash and remake the same old album. Maiden, in my opinion, are getting better and better. So that's just some of my Maiden collection. There's more coming. Leave a comment below on what you'd like to see. There's 7 inches, tour programmes, books, fan club stuff, and hopefully if you've got a Maiden collection you can show us some on YouTube as well, because there's not a lot of collections on Maiden, as I say, on YouTube. So here's to it. Rock on, guys, and I'll see you all later on.